Beckyunho is a Korean S-rank hunter and the guildmaster of the White Tiger Guild. Known for his transformation magic, he can turn into a tiger-like humanoid, greatly enhancing his strength and speed. Though one of Korea's top hunters, Beck is considered weaker compared to other S-ranks. His enhanced strength, speed, and durability were showcased during battles, including his sparring with Kumamoto and survival after being attacked by the Ant King. His Eyes of the Beast skill allows him to measure the power of others and enhances his reflexes. A dedicated leader, Beck is protective of his guild members and has an unwavering sense of responsibility, evident from his decision to leave his former guild and form his own. After the time reversal, he also adopts a role as a firefighter. Choi Jong-in, known as the Ultimate Hunter, is a Korean S-rank hunter and the guildmaster of the Hunters Guild. Specializing in fire magic, he's widely recognized as the strongest mage-type hunter in Korea. With abilities like Flame Spear and Flame Dragon, Choi can decimate hordes of monsters and even destroy entire buildings with a single spell. His exceptional control over fire allows him to mold its shape, regulate its temperature, and incinerate foes with precision. Despite being weaker than some S-rank hunters, Choi's massive mana pool and resilience make him a critical figure in combat, as seen during the Jeju Island raid. Outside of battle, he's a friendly and composed individual with a sharp mind, often found smoking a cigarette. Choi's strategic brilliance and powerful magic have solidified his status as one of Korea's most valuable hunters. Lim Tae-gyu is an S-rank hunter from Korea and the guildmaster of the Fiend Guild. Specializing in archery magic, Lim can create powerful magic arrows on the spot, with 5 at a time, capable of piercing tough opponents like the Ant Queen. Although he's one of the top rangers in Korea, his physical strength is considered mediocre for an S-rank. Lim prefers range combat, finding himself at a disadvantage in close-quarter battles. During the Jeju Island raid, he played a key role in positioning his guildmates and participated in a sparring match with the Japanese S-ranks, where he was quickly overpowered by Minoru Hoshino. Despite his wealth, Lim shows a penny-pinching side, particularly when concerned about his guild members' safety. Ma Dong-wook is an S-rank hunter from Korea and the guildmaster of the Fame Guild. Known for his immense physical strength and durability, Ma specializes as a tanker-type hunter. He's capable of enlarging his body size through gigantification, doubling his physical capabilities. Despite being one of the top hunters in Korea, Ma is often considered weaker than other S-ranks. His remarkable feats include withstanding the Ant King's brutal attacks and using his strength to defend allies, like blocking the Ant Queen's attacks. Ma has a friendly and compassionate personality, often seen smiling and prioritizing his guildmates' safety, though in the revised timeline, he becomes more ambitious and competitive, even challenging Suho to a sparring match to test his strength. Min Byung-gyu was a Korean S-rank healer who became a trusted ally of Beckyunho. Known for his exceptional healing magic and ability to buff his teammates, Byung-gyu played a critical role in supporting his fellow hunters during dangerous missions, especially during the 4th Jeju Island raid. Despite his talent, he disliked violence and retired early from active hunting to pursue a civilian career as a history teacher. However, his sense of duty led him to return for the Jeju Island raid, where he sacrificed his life to heal his teammates after a brutal attack by the Ant King. After his death, Jinwoo revived him as a shadow soldier to heal Cha Hae-in, allowing him to pass peacefully afterward. In the revised timeline, Byung-gyu was resurrected and became a doctor studying Stardust, though he remained distant from his past life as a hunter. Yoon-suk was a Korean S-rank mage who played a pivotal role in the 3rd Jeju Island raid, where he tragically lost his life. Known for his proficiency with lightning magic, Yoon-suk could cast powerful spells to target multiple enemies at once, making him a formidable opponent. However, his death during the raid under unclear circumstances had a profound impact on his allies, particularly Byung-gyu, who was so traumatized by the loss that he chose to retire from hunting. Yoon-suk's death also led to the Korean government's reluctance to continue their efforts to retake Jeju Island. Despite the setback, Beckyunho pushed forward with the 4th Jeju Island raid, determined to prevent further devastation. Cha Hae-in, a former Olympic gold medalist, is one of Korea's strongest S-rank hunters. Known for her impressive swordsmanship, she possesses heightened strength, speed, and durability. Her abilities include the Sword Dance, which amplifies her attack speed, and Sword of Light, transforming her sword into pure light for devastating cuts. Heian's agility allows her to outmaneuver powerful opponents, and her enhanced durability enables her to survive severe injuries, such as those inflicted by the Ant King. She can sense the mana of others, but Jinwoo's mana is the only one that doesn't repulse her. After the Jeju Island raid, Heian trained under Song Chi-yul before approaching Jinwoo to join his guild, Solo Player, driven by her admiration for him. She initially kept her feelings secret, but later admitted her attraction. Despite her strong abilities, she struggled against Jinwoo's summoned creatures, including Beru, in a test to join his guild. Later, Heian fought in a double dungeon raid and warned Jinwoo about the dangers of his powers after a strange encounter with Byung-kyu's spirit. Throughout their journey, Heian remained a loyal ally, and after their memories were erased, she and Jinwoo started anew, eventually marrying and having a son, Suho. Sung Il-hwan was a legendary Korean S-rank hunter and the father of Sung Jin-woo and Gina, known for his immense strength, loyalty, and selflessness. Once a firefighter, he became one of Korea's first hunters, though his strength was never officially recognized due to the absence of a ranking system. Trapped in a dungeon for 10 years, he was saved by the rulers, who granted him their power and tasked him with eliminating the Shadow Monarch, unaware that this would pit him against his own son. Upon his return, Il-hwan's journey was marked by fierce battles, including his self-sacrificial fight to protect Jinwoo and Seoul from the monarchs. Despite his overwhelming power, his human body could not withstand the strain of the ruler's abilities, leading to his tragic death. However, in a new timeline created by Jinwoo's intervention, Il-hwan lived peacefully with his family, free from the horrors of dungeons and monarchs. Go Guni, once Korea's strongest hunter and later chairman of the Korean Hunters Association, was a revered figure dedicated to humanity's survival. Despite his old age, which limited his ability to wield his immense power, his resolve and sense of duty never faltered. Throughout his life, Guni played a pivotal role in critical events such as the Jeju Island raid and the battle against the monarchs. His humility and integrity earned him respect, especially from Sung Jin-woo, with whom he shared a mutual bond. Gunhee's sacrifices were profound. During the Monarch's War, he fought valiantly against overwhelming odds to alert Jinwoo of an impending danger, a selfless act that cost him his life. Even after the timeline reset, where hunters no longer existed, Gunhee was granted 10 additional years of life through Jinwoo's intervention. In his final moments, he expressed gratitude and contentment, reflecting on the battles they had fought and the legacy he left behind. Sung Jin-woo, the main protagonist of Solo Leveling, is renowned as the strongest hunter and the second Shadow Monarch after inheriting the title from Ashborn. Initially, Jinwoo was an A-rank hunter, infamous for his weakness. His fate changed dramatically when he became the player of the system, a unique role enabling him to grow stronger without limits. Over time, he used the system to rise to prominence as humanity's greatest protector. Jinwoo's journey begins with his transformation from a timid, insecure individual into a resolute and ruthless fighter. He values family above all else, dedicating himself to protecting his mother and sister. This devotion drives his selfless acts, such as risking his life to save others during the Jeju Island raid. However, betrayal and friendship taught him the importance of prioritizing his survival and strength. As the Shadow Monarch, Jinwoo wields immense power, including control over shadows, superhuman speed, strength, and resilience. His abilities like Shadow Extraction and Shadow Exchange enable him to build and command an army of shadows, teleport across distances, and dominate the battlefield. Jinwoo's indomitable will, rapid growth, and mastery of combat cement his legacy as a peerless warrior in the face of overwhelming odds. Akari Shimizu, a 20-year-old S-rank healer from the Draw Sword Guild, was known for her playful and somewhat greedy nature. She would often refuse to heal others unless they paid her first, and was particularly flirtatious with her guildmate Kenzo. During the 4th Jeju Island raid, she wielded a yellow battle axe and was in Team Charlie with Kenzo and Tatsumi. Akari witnessed Kenzo's battle against ants and teased him afterward. Unfortunately, before she could collect any payment or confess her feelings to Kenzo, Akari was decapitated by the Ant King. Her backstory is explored further in Hunter Origin, revealing that she had awakened only 2 years prior to the raid and had a younger sister, Shimizu, who suffered from eternal slumber. Atsushi Kumamoto is a Japanese S-rank fighter from the Draw Sword Guild, known for his cowardly nature despite his strength. He has long, messy black hair and a white eye patch covering his left eye. He's often seen wearing a surgical mask, and when enraged, his eyes glow red. Kumamoto participated in the 4th Jeju Island raid where he was part of Team Bravo. During a sparring match before the raid, he faced off against Beckyunho and later Cha Hae-in, but his aggression was stopped by Jin Woo. His combat style is focused on attacking the weakest targets and using sneak attacks. Kumamoto has great physical abilities such as enhanced strength, speed, and durability. His unique berserker state allows him to go into a frenzied rage when severely injured, attacking indiscriminately. Despite his power, he's mentally unstable and often struggles with fear in battle. Ippei Izawa was an S-rank assassin from the Japan Insignia 1 Guild, participating in the 4th Jeju Island raid as a member of Team Delta alongside K. Ippei was a young man with black hair, pale skin, and sharp features, often wearing a black hoodie with red linings and a skull-like pattern. Despite his role as a damage dealer, he had an introverted personality and a dry sense of humor, often keeping to himself. During the raid, he demonstrated concern when things escalated, especially in a sparring match between Goto and Jinwoo. Alongside Kei, he killed numerous ants with ease, but their progress took a tragic turn when they discovered their decapitated teammates. Before they could warn others, they were ambushed by the Ant King and killed. Ippei's death was sudden and marked the raid's devastating consequences. Goto Ryuji, known as Japan's greatest hunter, was the guildmaster of the Draw Sword Guild. He was an S-rank fighter from Japan, highly regarded for his strength, but ultimately undone by his hubris. Goto was a muscular man with shaggy black hair and a neatly trimmed beard, often wearing his guild's black battle uniform and wielding a red katana. He was calm and polite on the surface, but harbored a cruel disregard for life, evidenced by his betrayal of the Korean S-rank hunters during the Jeju Island raid. Goto's overconfidence and inability to accept defeat led him to challenge Jinwoo in a sparring match, where he was quickly outclassed. Despite this, his ego led him to dismiss Jinwoo's strength and continue fighting, which led to his downfall. During the raid, Goto showed no remorse for his fallen comrades, believing them weak. In the end, he perished at the hands of the Ant King, who easily defeated him in battle. Goto's prideful nature ultimately led to his tragic end, cementing his legacy as a powerful yet flawed hunter. Kanae Tawata is an S-rank hunter from Japan, affiliated with the Draw Sword Guild. Known for her serious demeanor, she's a highly skilled fighter, although her impulsive nature sometimes leads her to frustration. Kanae has long black hair, blood-red eyes, and a toned physique with numerous tattoos adorning her arms and chest. She's typically seen wielding 2 katanas and is characterized by her hot-headedness and strong protective instincts towards her team. Kanae participated in the 4th Jeju Island raid as a member of Team Bravo. During this mission, she confronted Cha Hae-in in a sparring match and was defeated due to Cha's superior speed. Following the raid, she encountered the only survivor from Team Alpha, Hoshino, and became angry at his defeatist attitude. In the Japan Crisis arc, Kanae was involved in the defense of Tokyo against an S-rank gate invasion, where she found herself overwhelmed by the powerful giants, feeling powerless compared to the Shadow Army led by Jinwoo. Despite her frustration, she continued to fight, demonstrating her resilience even in the face of overwhelming odds. Kei was a Japanese S-rank hunter and a member of the Draw Sword Guild, specializing in ice magic. He had short white hair, purple eyes, and wore a metallic mask to protect himself from his highly sensitive nose, which was attuned to the smell of mana. Kei was a somewhat shy individual, avoiding social interactions due to his condition. Despite his reserved nature, he was competitive and displayed a sense of duty towards his guildmates. During the 4th Jeju Island raid, Kei was paired with Ippei in Team Delta. The duo was efficient in eliminating numerous ants. However, the mission took a tragic turn when they discovered the gruesome fate of Team Charlie. Kei, sensing the Ant King's presence through his heightened sense of mana, became overwhelmed by the stench and vomited. Attempting to defend himself and Ippei, Kei created a large ice wall, but the Ant King easily destroyed it, killing him in a single strike. Kei's abilities included enhanced speed, the ability to conjure large ice barriers, and a unique ability to sense the presence of powerful entities like the Ant King. Kenzo Tanaka was a Japanese S-rank hunter known for his prowess in melee combat. He had a muscular build, sharp brown hair, and distinctive scars, including a cross-shaped one on his face. His personality was berserker-like, characterized by a love of fighting. Kenzo had a close relationship with Akari, his guild's healer, who often teased him during raids. During the 4th Jeju Island raid, Kenzo was part of Team Charlie. In a typical fashion, he charged headfirst into a swarm of ants, displaying his immense strength by slaughtering them with ease. However, he sustained some injuries in the process. When he sought healing from Akari, she teasingly asked for a favor in return. Before Kenzo could fulfill her request, the Ant King arrived, beheading Akari. Enraged and determined to avenge her, Kenzo attempted to fight the Ant King, but he too was swiftly beheaded. His abilities included enhanced strength, allowing him to overpower opponents easily and take on a large number of ants with minimal damage. Reiji Sugimoto is a Japanese S-rank hunter and the guildmaster of the Draw Sword Guild. Known for his confidence, he initially believed that no hunter in Korea could surpass his former boss, Goto Ryuji. Reiji did not directly participate in the 4th Jeju Island raid, but oversaw operations from a battleship. After the Ant King's attack and Goto's death, he helped evacuate the remaining guild members. Reiji later learned that Jin Woo, a Korean hunter, had killed the Ant King, proving his strength. Following Goto's death, Reiji became the guildmaster. In the Japan Crisis arc, he sought help from Yuri Orlov to contain an S-rank gate in Tokyo. But after Orlov's barrier failed, Reiji led his guild to fight the invading giants while assisting civilians. Marie Ishida was an S-rank hunter from Japan, affiliated with the Draw Sword Guild. Known for her role as a damage dealer, she was part of Team Alpha during the 4th Jeju Island raid. Despite her combat skills, Ishida preferred to watch sparring matches rather than participate. When teams Charlie and Delta stopped responding, Ishida, along with Goto and Hoshino, discovered the gruesome deaths of their teammates. As tensions rose, Matsumoto ordered them to abandon the Korean raid team, but before they could leave, the Ant King ambushed them. Ishida witnessed the horrific deaths of her comrades and, despite her efforts, was decapitated by the Ant King in a single strike. Her death marked a tragic moment in the raid, highlighting the devastating power of the Ant King and the high stakes of the mission. Minoru Hoshino is a Japanese S-rank hunter from the Draw Sword Guild, known for his exceptional strength and speed. He's a fighter who participated in the 4th Jeju Island raid as part of Team Alpha with Goto and Ishida. Hoshino's team discovered the gruesome deaths of Team Charlie and Delta before being ambushed by the Ant King. Despite his strength, Hoshino was powerless against the Ant King's overwhelming power and witnessed Goto's death before barely escaping. Later, during the Japan Crisis arc, Hoshino faced the invading giants, though he was once again unable to defeat them. His abilities include enhanced strength and speed, which were highlighted in sparring matches and combat. Though capable, Hoshino's experience against powerful foes like the Ant King and the Giants proved that even an S-rank hunter can be outmatched by stronger enemies. Tatsumi Fujishima was a Japanese S-rank hunter from the Draw Sword Guild, participating in the 4th Jeju Island raid. A laid-back individual, Tatsumi showed confidence in his abilities and the strength of his teammates. During the raid, he was assigned to Team Charlie with Akari and Kenzo. When they discovered the brutal deaths of their teammates, Tatsumi witnessed the Ant King decimate Akari and Kenzo. Despite his efforts to fight back with his sword, Tatsumi was swiftly beheaded by the Ant King before he could even land a blow. His death was part of the raid's catastrophic events, and he failed to avenge his fallen comrades. Tatsumi's character displayed loyalty and a strong sense of camaraderie with his fellow hunters. Christopher Reed was an S-rank hunter from the United States, ranked 3rd globally and one of the 5 national-level hunters. Known for his immense strength, he was proud but also cautious when warned about his death. After Norma's warning, he accepted the possibility that someone stronger than him existed. In the Japan Crisis arc, he was visited by 3 monarchs who killed him in a battle despite his attempts to fight back. Later, in the revised timeline, he regained his strength but was eventually possessed by the Itarim, leading to a confrontation with Thomas Andre, resulting in his death. His abilities included telekinesis and the ability to transform into a powerful, fiery humanoid. Despite his considerable strength, he died due to his inability to overcome the monarchs and the forces that targeted him. Thomas Andre is the strongest hunter in America and ranks 1st globally as one of the 5 national-level hunters. Born into a poor European immigrant family, he rose to prominence through his strength and brawling abilities. Later, he became a powerful hunter after being granted power by the rulers. His strength and combat skills earned him the nickname the Goliath. Known for his immense physical strength, speed, durability, and powerful abilities like reinforcement and collapse, he dominates opponents with ease. His personality is marked by pride and aggression, yet he shows graciousness in defeat. During his time in Jeju Island, Japan Crisis, and Monarch War arcs, Thomas' loyalty to his guild and friends was evident. He clashed with Jinwoo in several battles, where he showed respect despite being defeated. Later, he regained some of his lost power after absorbing an apostle's energy. In the final timeline, after assisting Suho and fighting powerful foes, Thomas faces the challenges posed by the Iterim, displaying his commitment to protecting his loved ones and humanity. Wang Dong Su, a Korean-American S-rank hunter, was known for his ruthless and violent personality, driven by a desire for power and revenge. After moving to the US and joining the Scavenger Guild under Thomas Andre, he became a traitor to his homeland and was scorned by his brother, Hwang Dong-suk. Seeking vengeance for his brother's death, Hwang targeted Sung Jin-woo, but his overconfidence led to his defeat. He kidnapped Jinho in an attempt to provoke Jinwoo, but was ultimately killed and added to Jinwoo's shadow army. In an alternate timeline created by the Cup of Reincarnation, Hwang never became a hunter, but years later regained his powers only to be killed again by Il Hwan and transformed into a shadow soldier by Jinwoo's son, Suho. Hwang's physical strength was one of his greatest abilities, allowing him to easily overpower opponents with sheer force. Liu Jigang, also known as China's 7-star hunter, is one of the strongest hunters in the world, ranking second globally. He's an expert swordsman, capable of effortlessly slaying hordes of enemies with his twin swords. His immense speed and energy slash attacks further enhance his fighting prowess. As a vessel of a ruler, Jigang possesses telekinetic abilities through his ruler's authority. In the original timeline, his brash personality and thirst for battle made him an admirer of Sung Jinwoo's power. However, after the timeline reset, Jigang's strength was somewhat reduced as he was no longer a ruler's vessel, though he remained one of the world's top hunters. He resisted the Iterim's attempts to possess him and eventually encountered Jinwoo's son, Suho, in India. This meeting allowed him to remember his original timeline and recognize Suho as Jinwoo's son, solidifying his place among the most powerful hunters. Leonard Ning is the strongest hunter in Germany, ranked 12th globally. Despite his formidable strength, he's humble, patient, and polite. He first appeared during the International Guild Conference and immediately recognized the immense power of Sung Jinwoo, though he kept his distance upon sensing Jinwoo's shadow army. Later, Leonard sought Jinwoo's protection after hearing the warning about the Monarchs. During the Monarchs' War, Leonard joined the fight against Rakan, one of the Monarchs. Though initially outclassed, Leonard used his charge ability to engage Rakan, but it was Jinwoo who ultimately saved him. Leonard's charge allows him to manifest powerful gauntlets and unleash energy blasts, which helped him during the battle. His calm demeanor and sound judgment make him a respected figure in the international hunter community. Jonas was the strongest hunter in Brazil, ranked 6th globally and one of the world's most powerful hunters due to his status as a vessel of a ruler. Known for his tan skin and long black dreadlocks, Jonas's full abilities were never showcased as he was killed before he could attend the International Guild Conference. Shortly before the event, he mysteriously disappeared, and it was later confirmed that he had been slain by the Monarchs. His body was discovered in a river. Although his ruler's authority and spiritual body manifestation allowed him to control objects and manifest energy, his untimely death kept his true potential from being fully realized. Jay Mills was the strongest hunter in Canada, ranked 17th globally. A large, muscular man with brown hair and eyes, Jay's overconfident personality led to his downfall. He was boastful and disregarded Jinwoo's warnings about the Monarch's invasion. When the Monarch Antares emerged seeking Jinwoo, Jay arrogantly declared himself the king of humanity. He attempted to confront Antares, but was swiftly incinerated by the Monarch's breath attack before he could even act. Despite his formidable strength as an S-rank tanker, Jay's lack of respect and poor judgment resulted in his tragic end. Yuri Orlov was the strongest hunter in Russia, ranked 13th globally. He was an S-rank mage specializing in barrier magic, capable of creating powerful magical shields to protect people and contain threats. Orlov had a boastful personality and was known for his arrogance and overconfidence. Despite his talents, he demanded an outrageous payment for his services and was willing to exploit situations for his benefit. In the original timeline, Orloff died during the Tokyo Crisis when a giant broke through his barrier, leading to his devouring. In the revised timeline, Orloff was resurrected and regained his powers, rising to power as the Russian Prime Minister. His ambitions and ruthless actions, including assassinating the previous Prime Minister, showed his desire for control, even contemplating the fate of Sang Soo-ho. His barrier magic remained his defining skill, though it was insufficient against overwhelming forces like giants.